Goes in there. There we go. Right. Okay. All right. Clean up this messy desk real quick. Okay. Let's see. Just gotta install some stuff real quick. Okay, so here it is. Put the link up there. let's see. Sorry, just checking some emails, trying to see what's going on with this new V. Is it this V2? Is it V1.7? I don't know. So, hoping to chat with someone. Let's see. $12:25 a.m. They won't be responding anytime soon. Let's see. Steam Deck. Shit, right. Add a profile. Can't load one. Load a profile into Stream Deck. Edit profiles, profile section, select import. In the profile section, click on the down chevron. Down chevron in the right corner of the profiles list. Oh, import. There you go. Downloads. Oh, God. All right, where did this go? profile, and on the beginning where you could find the .steam deck extension. Is it just .steam deck's profile? Okay, I got that set up. See if anybody else is here. Whoops, that shit fell. Okay, well. But yeah, let's get back on the topic at hand, which is the release of what appears to be the V2. So, all right. So anyways, so this is the early this morning at like 3 o'clock in the morning. We got like a link in the Discord that possibly there's the version 2 of the Skywalker that came out. So we were able to post up the link, and it was an iTop Alibaba page. So I was able to talk to a few people and talk to other vendors. But first we'll talk about like kind of the interesting parts of this is it's definitely a lot cheaper than I thought it was going to be. If this is the V2, but talking with the original equipment manufacturer, they're talking about how it's going to be $800. Yeah, they're saying how it's going to be like $800, $800+ have all this new stuff like extra temperature probe, LCD profile. What else did they say? They also said it was going to have a brand new brushless motor, so it's not as loud as the original drum motor, and active cooling to the thyristor. So those were all kind of the big things that was supposed to be in V2. Also, the direct to artisan connection where you don't have to use like Arduino. We're still unsure how they're going to implement it. I'm not quite sure how they're going to implement it yet, and it's going to be very interesting. So I do want to get my hands on one, but it kind of came out of the blue. I figured V2 would be a whole lot bigger. What's it called? A bigger, like a little bit more of a big release. Since a lot of people want it, but they just don't want to do the extra stuff to get artisan on there, like getting an Arduino and putting a sketch on it is hard enough for some people. But apparently, yeah, they're definitely a big push for what's it called, for having like a direct to artisan connection with this exact roaster. But there's not really that much information on this page, right? You get like just the pictures kind of showing the dual temperature channel monitoring, which I don't know, kind of useless in terms of this kind of roaster since it's not a convection or conduction roaster. This is a near infrared thermal radiation roaster, right? It's using near infrared to heat up the beans, not hot air to contact the beans, and it penetrates deeper. It's just a whole lot different. You don't have to rely too much on how the chamber temperature is, right? Because most of the thermal heat is going through near infrared, what's it called, the thermal radiation or whatever. So I don't see a point of measuring environmental temperature, maybe exhaust temperature. Just kind of interesting to see what that kind of looks like overall. I would be kind of more interested in, but they added that on. So right now it just looks like they added an LCD, goes to artisan, but there's nothing about a change in the motor or anything of that nature. and a new like Faja, which kind of looks ugly, to be honest. I'm not really a fan of the stainless steel. It kind of just looks cheap. It looks like the older model. I think somebody said it looks like an older model. Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. But there's not too much information on it yet. I was speaking to one of the vendors, and I spoke with one of the vendors last night, and he's telling me that this isn't the final V2, whatever that means. So let me open my WhatsApp. So talking with them, they're saying how that they talked to their folks, the vendors folks, and he's saying that this is not the real V2. The model listed by iTop is our engineering test model, and they allowed iTops to do pre-sales on him. He also goes to note that the appearance of the V2 is a bit different. So I don't know what else they're missing. I don't know if there's been like a huge chassis change or change in components inside, but from what I'm gathering from another vendor that he's from Taiwan is saying it's basically the structure of the V1 is not changed with this one that they're releasing. So it's still basically the V1, but they have added artisan scope. Let's see. He said they added artisan scope and yeah. So it's with the LCD and it connects to artisan scope. That's one what one vendor said. The other vendor said it's not the actual V2 yet. It's something more similar to like a V1.75. Close to it, but still missing a few things. What those things are, I don't know. Maybe it doesn't include the brushless motor with ESC. So, but they are selling them, and at a pretty good price. I mean, 545 is a lot better than 800 bucks. I mean, you have to buy 5 of them. I'm not sure how shipping works. Usually, when I ship through Alibaba, it takes like a month. So 2 months. It took about 2 months to get it. So, because it goes by ship, and ship takes forever. I got 5 of them, and at least two of them were kind of beat up. I took up one of the beat up ones because I don't need all the stuff that it comes with. But and I got that was for the V1. I think I got the V1 at like $350 per piece. For a while, they're selling V1s for $300, and I think now they're lower. If we take a look, there was like a Skywalker roaster. That's a 50-piece order. Yeah. So if you get it from the manufacturer now, in manual mode, let's go back to manual mode. This is my favorite. I love how they kept this video. In manual mode. But yeah, they even dropped the price. It used to be like $310 now, or it's $276 for 5 pieces. I want to say they changed the price, although the shipping fee is $188 for 86, and that's Express Ocean. I wonder what the other options are. $773 if we do it by not by ship. Interesting. Yeah, by Ocean and Express UPS. This is by Ocean. This is premium. This comes before Christmas. And these dates were pretty spot on when it came to how long it took to delivery. So, but this one is through the main OEM. This is the main OEM who sells it to places like iTop, Artisan, Precision Engineering, Coffee Roasters, and all the other kind of vendors that sell these. They all come through from this guy right here, Foshana Akimita. Yeah. hold on, can we just take a minute to like, let's just look at this. And then let's see if I can find it. Skywalker V2. I think this is the thing that's being searched a bunch. iTop. It's Gen 2, are they calling it? Well, I'm just going to compare the picture anyway, so. Let's compare this picture to this picture. I mean, it's just a huge difference in terms of just the look. This looks like something you would make bread, like pretty decent bread with. And this one actually looks like a fun, cool little roaster. This one looks like this was Gen 1, and this looks like it was Gen 2. But it's all looks, right? I mean, it doesn't really matter as long as it makes it well, but I'm not a fan of this stainless steel look. But anyways, so that's kind of the update, what's going on with the V2, or I guess we could call it V1.75, because I guess there's still something missing. I'm not sure what it is. I guess we'll find out soon enough. But let me leave a link in case you guys want to purchase 5 of them. And that's in case you want to buy 5. All right. What was I doing? Okay, I was setting this up for a roast. Let me load this profile, artisan, there we go. So now we're going to just set this up for Steam Deck. So Stream Deck. God, I keep saying Steam Deck. Stream Deck. So I'm going to set my artisan up to use the Stream Deck to kind of control the roaster. So let's kind of bring this a little down. Actually, I could do this. So now let's play around with artisan, see how we can get this to hook up and work with it. So we got charge, another set of button. I use this one to open Artisan. So if I close this, it should open it up. Good. All right. So that opened up. I'll quit Artisan for us. Put Artisan here. There we go. So that button opens up Artisan. This one right here. And I got E-stop for this one. So let me make sure this works. I don't know if I have to put Artisan into keyboard mode. Let me double check. So that hits charge. Oh, these are the event buttons. I probably need to set that lower. What is it set up to now? Let me turn this fan off. Events. Buttons. Drum on at, I'm going to do drum on at 50. I need to do it at 40. I'll do mine at 40. I can always up it. So if I hit drum, I can do drum off. Good. Drum off works. Oh, what that? Why do I keep doing that? If I hook it up to a different port. Try to ride it behind my computer. go. Make a bunch of new ones. Make this default. There. Okay. Now we're back. I should delete that first. Third page. I don't need that third page. I guess it won't let me. Whatever. So I hit this. Could do start. Right now this automatically starts to, if you go to the configs and events, look at drum on, it has a value of 100, and then, but I started off at drum at 40. Then drum off would be just drum off over here. So right now, it's really just pretending like it's a keyboard, right? So if I press 1, so these buttons are just associated with click of the keyboard, because right now it's kind of like in this keyboard mode. So what that means is you could press 1 to turn on the drum, and then 2 turn off the drum. If I hit 3, then it should be 15 air. 4 should be 20 air, and you just go down the line. 40% air. 6, 7. So if you want to just use a keyboard to kind of control your roaster, you could do it that way, or you could use something fancy like this, where it's just a button. I prefer just having a button. And I just like it light years better than this thing. I'm not a huge fan of their control panel. I honestly think it's just trash. Just because I don't like the weird touch. I mean, people use it all the time and it works just fine. Great. I'm not hating on that. You guys are roasting with it, probably roasting better than me. And I'm fine. It's good. I just don't like this control panel. I'm not a fan of it. I have like 5 of these, and if anybody needs another one, I will gladly send you these for free. So let me know. I'll see. Just pay shipping. I'll give this to you for free if you happen to break yours. But yeah, so all the kind of key bindings are by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they're all in this area right here. So if you go to config, events, buttons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 18 to 25. So just keep on adding buttons, and you press them and they do whatever certain function or task you want. So, say you want to be like button 23 or something, then we would go to the Stream Deck, and then we would do look up E-stop. It's multi-action, has 3 actions. Control Shift B0. So if I did Control Shift B, I did an event button. FC start, FC end, cool, dry, buttons. I gotta look up how artisan buttons work again. Artisan scope buttons. Events. Yeah, all right. So good jump on. Oops. So we'll look through these buttons real quick because I totally forgot what these settings are. So multi-action 3 would be Control Shift 0. Shift B 0. So let's go to Artisan. Because if I hit being on, jump on, puts in 2, 4, 7, let me close that out, 0, 7. All right. Okay, now it makes sense. All right. So you do hit, so what you would do on a keyboard to hit those ones with like multi-numbers like 10 or 23 or 24, you would do Control Shift B, then 1, and then 0, and then that should be the button. With the Stream Deck, it does multi-action things, so it'll do this start first. It'll be these 3 hotkeys, Control Shift B, then I'll put the 0 in, and then I'll put the next number in, which will be 7. So that's like the 7th button to press. The 7th button, but it would be number 7 of the event slider, and that would be air at 50. Let me double check. Yeah, they're at 50. So now I got to reassign the buttons for this one, okay? So each stop would be 12. So I would go here, and then I would hotkey 1, and then 2. Oops. 1, 1, and this would be 2, 2. So if I were to just press this button, it would turn in 12, okay? So let's hit OK, and then it should e-stop it here. So it should stop the whole thing. I don't know. Fit button 12. Command off. Let's see what a command off does if I put temperature in. I'm supposed to turn it off. Well, let me try start again. I'll try another button. Being drum on or drum off. Drum off is set. Let me make sure drum on good brings it to 40%. Okay, it does. Cancel. Then drum off. I think that's already set. Yep, that turned it off. And then bean on. I should put on cool. 03. That did air. So let me find cool on. So cool on would be the 23rd. So if it did cool, 3 action. So I'll put 2, 3. So that should be under 2, 3. Cool. Perfect. All right. Turn this off. Good. That turned the bean of the bean cooler at the bottom on. So let me turn that off. So I'm guessing bean off is 24 on the event button. 24. All right. 2 and 4. So that should be being on. Oops, sorry. I gotta be an artisan to do that. So it'd be being on. Cancel. And that the fan at the bottom kicks in over here. And then bean off, turn it off. And the start would start the roast, which is already started, so I can do off. Let me try it again. So I would hit on, discard. Then I could hit start, And that should start the roast. This one just means next page over. Next button I have is charge, which 8. So shift B08. I'm going to switch that out. What is the charge button? Button for charge. Let's set up for 8s. E-stop burner. Which one is charge? Charge. Delete this. Deletes. I forgot how to set charge button. E-stop burner 30. Jump on. .26. That's temperature. Burner, not burner. What would it be? It's been a long time since I set this up. Oh my gosh, how do I do charge? Giant, first crack, these should be it. I'll take the event button out. Is that it? Did I put charge for serial command for off? No, that's not it. Delete, delete. All right. Oh, I have to be somewhere. I'll be back. I'll have to continue this later. I gotta figure out how to do charge buttons again. I'm gonna try to do a roast later with these buttons. I'll show you how I configure it later. Oh shit. I forgot about my